Hello mga kamars! Hello everyone! My name is Carlo G in the place to be. Welcome to Top Net Games. This video is gonna teach you guys to play Magic the Gathering in 5 minutes. For those who don't know, Magic the Gathering is a fantasy-based trading card game created in 1993 by Richard Garfield. He got the idea from walking around in the wilderness with his family. Magic the Gathering has gone through many printings, many card styles, and many sets. It's printed in almost all of the world and is loved by millions and millions of players. After the land, as they are the most vital cards in your deck, you get to cast your spells. There are two kinds of spells. Spells that stay on the battlefield are called permanent, and there are some spells that have an effect, then go to the graveyard. The first permanent spell that we're going to talk about are the creatures. The creatures are your minions, your soldiers who will do the fighting for you. Each creature has a name and a casting. Casting cost is the amount of mana and the amount of colored mana needed to cast your spell. So this creature, the Dauntless Bodyguard, needs one single white mana. Each creature also has a power and toughness, which indicates how much attack it has and how much life it has. The creature's attack or the power is this 2 and the toughness is 2. Toughness is the amount of damage needed to destroy the creature. The next permanent spells we're going to talk about are artifacts and enchantments. They don't do the attacking, but they help you win the game. Enchantments and artifacts have their own abilities on themselves, like this artifact that gives you additional mana, and this enchantment that gives your creatures from the graveyard back to your hand. The last permanent spell I'm going to talk about are planeswalkers. Each planeswalker has their own name. They come in with some loyalty counters which you can use as a resource to either use their abilities. So those are the permanent spells. Now we'll talk about the non-permanent spells, like these sorceries. You can only cast sorceries during the main phases in your turn. After they do their effect, they go to the graveyard. Now the next non-permanent spell are instant. Like I said, you can only cast some spells during specific times. Instant, you can cast them at any time, even during your opponent's turn. To begin the game of Magic the Gathering, we need a deck of cards, some dice, and a friend. Now at the beginning of the game, you draw 7 cards from the deck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And you throw the dice to determine who goes first. During the beginning phase, you untap all cards that were tapped to be used for this turn. Then you draw a card. If you are the first player, you don't get to draw a card. After the beginning phase, this is the phase called the main phase. During this main phase is where you can play your lands, only 1 per turn, cast your creatures, cast your sorceries, artifacts, enchantments, and planeswalkers. After the main phase, this is called the combat phase. This is where things get exciting. During the combat phase, you as the active player decide which creatures get to attack. If you declare a creature to attack, you turn it sideways. It means it's tapped and it goes to the red zone or when it attacks. The next step of the combat phase is when your opponent declares blockers, if he wants to block or not. After that step, it's called the combat damage step. It's where each creature deals its damage to wherever it's gonna target. After the combat step, we also have a second main phase. Like the first main phase, this is the time when you can play your lands. If you haven't played a land yet, you can still cast more creatures, more enchantments, more artifacts, more planeswalkers as long as you have the mana to cast. After the second main phase, we're going to reach the end step or the end of turn step. During this step, damage that was dealt to creatures heal and until end of turn effects end. After that is done, you pass turn to your opponent, which he in turn will follow these steps. That's the short introduction to Magic the Gathering and how to play the game. I hope you guys enjoyed and I hope you guys learned the basics of this beautiful game. If you guys would want like a more personal face-to-face kind of tutorial, you guys are more than welcome to come to the store here in Top Net Games and our staff will be more than glad to help you. So that's it for our introduction. I hope you guys enjoyed and that has been how to play Magic the Gathering in 5 minutes. Bye!
To take 2. Wait.
Don't know, Magic the Gathering is a trading.
ENA, take 2.
The next permanent spells we're gonna talk about are artifacts and enchantments.
Creatures, take 1.
Creatures take